I mean, at this point, I probably won't ask you anything you haven't heard already, but we just talked to Phil Martelli, and he said, he knows you can shoot the ball. I'm sorry, this is Juwan that said that. He knows you can shoot the ball, but he's been most struck by your competitiveness so far. I guess, can you speak to that and what you bring aside from just shooting?
Yeah, I think that's something that I've always had with me, and it's something that you have to have at this level. But it goes a long way. I mean, I'm known as a shooter. Just the role that I played at Duke was mostly just spotting up and playing that type of role. So being able to get outside of myself a little bit and just go after it and try and make plays to help win has been fun, and it's allowed me a little bit of freedom in that sense, just getting back to myself.
Curious about the dynamic in terms of you've played a lot of basketball, maybe more than anyone on this roster, but you're still a new guy, but also you're kind of a leader in this locker room now. So what's that dynamic been like, where you're still getting used to a new home, but being counted on for a big role?
It's been interesting trying to navigate it, but I was speaking on it a little bit earlier. We have really strong leadership from the guys that have been here for a while. With Jace, T. Will, and Hunter. So, I've kind of been able to just almost take a back seat. Not that I'm not being vocal and having a role in that sense, but where I'm able to, let them take care of a majority of the stuff and trying to lead through example, setting a good example for those guys, and just being on there, pulling guys off and having conversations in that way. But it's been pretty seamless. The guys have been amazing. We have a really good locker room, and when someone speaks, everyone listens. It doesn't matter who it is, top to bottom. And that's one thing in my time that I've learned is that's really important. Everyone has to be able to voice their opinion, and everyone has to be ready to accept it.
So you're pretty much guarding on wing players, right?
Yep.
So I guess who on this team right now is the hardest guy to defend out there?
We've got some good players. I think I don't know. I might make some guys mad by answering that.
You don't have to rank him.
This guy, he's a good cover. He's fun to play against. He brings out the best in you. If you're not playing good defense, Kobe is Kobe's gonna get you.
So what is it about Kobe's skill set that makes him a tough guy to guard?
I think there's a lot you could say. Plays 3 levels. He can shoot the 3. Knows when to get to his spots in the mid-range, and then he can attack the basket. He's always working, so he's always improving.
And which guys had the toughest job guarding you so far?
Everyone.
In terms of the outside shooting, I know you had the hip injury and stuff. Are you back to feeling like your old self in that area? And I know Juwan said you're getting a maintenance day today. How is that recovery progressing a couple weeks out?
It's been great. I had the surgery back in April, and since then, kind of just learning how to take care of my body, rehabbing it, do's and don'ts it's been really important, I think, for me and my career going forward. But it's feeling great. I've had a solid 4 or 5 weeks straight of practice, and it's getting to the point where I feel like I'm feeling like my normal self before injuring it.
What was the injury specifically, and what sort of procedure did you go through?
It was a hip impingement, so it's an injury to where there's just a little bit of cartilage that has to get shaven down so that the hip can move a little bit freer, I guess. And it's not an injury that happens like one play. It's by a lot like a genetic thing. And I had it my whole career. A lot of people have it, but I slipped, and that's when I aggravated it early last season. Played on it, and then I got it taken care of. So it's not a major. No, it wasn't a major injury. It's something that I needed to get taken care of, and I'm feeling way better because of it.
Joey, what's your most embarrassing Mike Krzyzewski story?